Grace Kipchoim is dead. Kipchoim succumbed to cancer today morning at the Nairobi Hospital, where she has been undergoing treatment. Kipchoim was re-elected on a Jubilee party ticket on the 8th of August 2017, despite being sick. She did not campaign due to ill health. The disease left Kipchoim, the 56-year-old second-term legislator, bedridden for months, so much so that she was sworn into office from her hospital bed. She did not even campaign for her re-election, but still managed to trounce her male opponents. The legislator, who is from the minority Endorois community, garnered 9,299 votes against her closest competitor, Charles Kamuren of Kanu. And let's right now just go to the Lee Funeral Home, where our reporter Cecilia Wakesho is following the development there. This is where the late, great Grace Kipchoim's body was taken at about 11 a.m. this morning. And a good afternoon to you, Cecilia. What can you tell us about what the situation is like at the Lee Funeral Home at the moment?
Thank you very much, Sharon. Indeed, it's a very, very sad day to the 12th Parliament. The people of Baringo South, as well as the family members in the country, woke up to the sad news of the death of Baringo South Member of Parliament, Grace Kipchoim. And so since around 11 a.m. when her body was brought here from Nairobi Hospital, which is just adjacent here, we've had several leaders thronging in here to come and send their condolences, as well as view the body. We've had the leader of majority from Senate, that is Kipchumba Murkomen. We've had the women representative for Baringo, that is Gladwell Cheriot, as well as a member of parliament for Baringo North was also here, that is William Cheptumo. And we also have Taveta women representative Naomi Shaban, all of them coming here to join with family members and friends to send their condolences. But with me here, I'm joined by Alfred Keter, who is member of parliament for Nandi Hills, to just send his condolences and perhaps tell us how can he remember the late Grace Kipchoim. Karibu sana. Welcome very much to KTN News. We are live. Kindly give your message of condolences to the late.
Thank you so much. Let me take this opportunity to give my message of condolence to the family and to the relatives, to the friends and colleagues in Parliament, both in the 11th Parliament and 12th Parliament, and all the residents of Baringo South and the great county of Baringo. I want to say pole to everyone. We've lost a great woman, a leader, who was very strong. Even the battle of cancer, she didn't take it lightly. She fought for over 4 years. Yeah. I remember when she was taken abroad, she about on 2 occasions, and she really fought. But she lost last night or early this morning. We woke up this is a very sad day for all of us. We've lost a great leader, a friend, a mother, a colleague. I just want to say that this battle against cancer, we need as a government to ensure that we improve the cancer care services and the facilities so that they are affordable and they are readily available for all the other citizens. It was not easy. For it, at least for my friend, she had a cover, healthcare cover. But for most Kenyans, it's not easy. And one thing that I must remember again was the pursuit for peace. She comes from a region where it has been very hostile in terms of cattle rustling among the 4 communities who are living there. That's the Turkana, the Samburus, the Tugans, and the Marakwes, and the Pokos, about five tribes. I want to say that it's high time we stop it, because most schools are closed. She really fought to ensure that schools are open so that children can go to school. Even as we speak at the moment, there are hundreds of schools who are closed in that region, in Samburu, in Turkana, in West Pokot, in Marakwet, and in Baringo. It is sad. As we are mourning the demise of our colleague, we must remember that we must pick it from where she left, so that we ensure that we have peace in that region and people are living together.
Okay. Once again, this is a leader who has lost the battle to cancer, colon cancer. But then we had a member of parliament, women rep for Laikipia, Catherine Oroguru, who has proposed a bill that cancer be declared a national disaster. I don't know whether you share the same sentiments.
It is a real disaster. It is a disaster. Every day we bury someone. in a constituency, in a village, on a daily basis. I'm yet to see a weekend where we are not burying someone who lost the battle against cancer. We have to do something. I have talked about a comprehensive health care where we ensure that the facilities of cancer, the cancer management, because it can be managed. The first world countries and the developed nations have managed it. We need proper facilities to manage it, which are readily available and they are affordable. We need to declare it a disaster. Then immediately after that, we work on measures that will ensure that we have a very good care for cancer.
Okay, thank you very much. Sharon, so that has been Nandi Hills Member of Parliament, Alfred Keter, giving his message of condolence to the late Grace Kipchoim. And here we are following up. Remember earlier on, as I had mentioned, we had some legislators coming here to give their messages of condolences. And they sat down together with family members and they decided to choose Baringo North Member of Parliament, that is William Cheptumo, to lead a committee, or rather to be the contact person, even as they say what they want is to give the late Grace a befitting send-off, because she's one person who will really be remembered. They termed her as a compassionate, hard-working, and a very focused leader. Back to you in studio.
Many thanks, Cecilia Wakesho, there reporting from the Lee Funeral Home, which is where the body of the late Grace Kipchoim, Member of Parliament for Baringo South, who died earlier this morning, has been taken. And we've seen the Nandi Member of Parliament giving his thoughts about the late Member of Parliament. Earlier on, we also saw the Baringo Senator Gideon Moi sending his condolences and saying that he learned about the death with profound shock, describing the late Member of Parliament as a leader who had the nerve of steel, always fighting for her people fearlessly, especially to address the issue of insecurity. And this is something that has really been prominent in all the messages that are coming in to condole with her death, saying that she really fought to maintain and to really reinstate sanity in her constituency in the face of insecurity. And may she rest in peace. Now, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is currently meeting former President Kibaki at his Muthaiga home. This is the latest in a series of high-profile meetings that the opposition chief is having since the much talked about handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta on the steps of Harambee House. Our senior political affairs reporter Duncan Kayamba is in Muthaiga and joins us live with the details. Good afternoon, Kayamba. What can you tell us? We have seen this series of high-profile meetings that the opposition leader has been having. What can you tell us about what to expect from this meeting with former President Kibaki? Good afternoon, Kayamba. I don't know if you can get me. If you can, please tell us what we can expect from this meeting in Muthaiga this afternoon.
Sorry?
Good afternoon, Duncan. If you can hear me, I know you are in Muthaiga where... All right, so I guess we'll try to sort out that fallback problem with our political affairs Duncan Kayamba, who is in Muthaiga, where Raila Odinga is expected to be meeting with former President Mwai Kibaki. Now, Wajir Governor Mohamed Abdi has lost in an appeal to reverse the nullification of his election. This means that an earlier High Court decision nullifying his 2017 election stands. It is a double loss for the former cabinet minister, since he cannot contest the seat again, as the court also put to question the authenticity of his academic credentials. There were celebrations outside the appellate court here in Nairobi as supporters of the former governor Ahmed Abdullahi, who challenged Abdi's 2017 election victory. And we want to cross over now and just find out what is going on there, where that decision was just made moments ago. Our reporter Faisal Abdul Rahman is standing by. Faisal, what can you tell us at this time?
Thank you, Sharon. I will just say Court of Appeal has this morning trashed and dismissed an appeal filed by Wajir Governor Mohammed Abdi Mahmoud, citing that the High Court decision made by Justice Alfred Mabeya was final. And just a few moments, we've talked with one of the lawyers representing Wajir Governor Mohammed Abdi, and he said that already he has filed a petition of a motion of notice to appeal against the decision made today by Appeal Court, saying that he will go to Supreme Court. And according to the law, they have 7 days to do that, and IEBC also have 7 days to declare the seat vacant. And a High Court on early this year, to all of the January, nullified the elections of Wajir Governor Mohammed Abdi, citing cautioning his credential certificate, that is the degree, and said and they have said that he has not passed due process for the nominations and duly elected as the governor of Wajir County. And it's a matter of wait and see, because already they have filed a motion of notice challenging the appeal and saying that they will go to Supreme Court.
All right, many thanks, Faisal. There, indeed, a very big blow to the Wajir Governor, Mohammed Abdi. And we shall be trying to go back to our reporter, Duncan Khaemba, who is in Muthaiga, where former Prime Minister Raila Odinga is currently meeting former President Mwai Kibaki at that Muthaiga home. And this is the latest among a series of high-profile meetings that the opposition chief is having since the much talked about handshake with President Uhuru Kenyatta in Harambee House, and later on we saw him just heeding to that courtesy call to former President Daniel Arap Moi. So we shall be speaking to Duncan Khaemba on really what we can expect from these high-profile meetings that we are seeing from the opposition chief. But right now we want to take a short break here on News Desk. Don't go too far. We have that and more when we return.